It's Blue and I showing up for work. There's some technical issues. Looks like we're okay. I'm not quite sure what's happening. Okay. Good morning. Stan, no, Stan's gonna keep doing this. This is how today's going. Okay, let's get situated. Good morning. How is everybody? It's a beautiful. Oh, Tammy, the first one here. Carly, good morning. Hola. Hey, everybody. Some technical issues with the YouTubes this morning, but we seem to be okay. Good morning. Good morning. I'm having a gluten-free Pop-Tart that doesn't look that good. But whatever. Finally got notifications. Great. On a girl's ghetto bag. We'll only be here a little bit. All right. Good for you, LaFive. It's a beautiful day. Good humid morning. Kezzy and my hair totally just curled up. It was like, this is today. Janice, good morning. Today feels like Friday. Did you just start? I did, Moon. I was a little behind because YouTube wasn't working, and I had to keep undoing YouTube and starting over again. I have a mini afro. Girl, I think even if you don't, today you do. The humidity is everywhere. I can't cast my TV in vertical. Is that true? Can somebody answer Joyce? I feel like you should be. I'm taking about Penn State. All right. You saved me. You're welcome. Tammy P here. My first YouTube live, my husband's account, making my YouTube account today. Okay, good, Tammy. Because it said, Joyce, my TV is vertical. So I feel like it does work. Going vertical, I see, living on the edge. I feel like there's a time frame. I feel like YouTube says, oh, Melissa, good luck. Off to have my gallbladder removed. That does not sound like an errand. I love that you're saying it like an errand. I go to the post office. I pick up some eggs, get my gallbladder taken out, and then tonight I have PTA. I love that you said it like that nonchalant. Guys, I gotta get the mail, and then I gotta take my gallbladder out. Yeah, don't speak too quickly. There it is. Time. 3 minutes? Listen, we had a nice 3 minutes. We gotta get all that time in. Rough day. Work has kicked my butt this week, and the kids haven't even started. Oh, all these teachers, they prefer the teachers. Yeah, I'm not bloated anymore. My belly went down since yesterday. Listen, at least he tried to correct his grammar. If you saw it, you saw it. Does anybody else pay for YouTube TV or home use? We do. So now, because my PC creating my own account will knock me out of our TV account. I can't help you, Tammy. You just said so many words on YouTube. And last day of work before vacation, said Lorene. Hey, Nuru. I started working on some rules for being here, like how people can like engage in case they new here, but I don't know if I posted it. So if you're new here, the rules are simple. There are 3 ladies here who take their job very seriously as admins. You're welcome to stay. We love some innuendo, but we don't like crass. So keep it in mind. You will disappear faster than you. Trinidad here. I'm new. Hi, Trinidad. Nice to meet you. Hello from Brazil. Brazil, you're welcome to stay. Watching from New Zealand. Oh, Kiwins, is that right? First time in many years I'm not going back to school. Morningstar said, "What's up, Mom?" I'm good. Yeah, Barry, we try to keep it to a minimum, but we have what we call the ASA on top of it. That's Andrea, Sue, and Allie. And yeah, not a lot's going to get through. So anyway, so welcome to all the newbies. Let's see what is happening in the universe. I'm getting ready because Jacqueline is going to be moving on Saturday, so I'm getting ready for that. And let's see. I was just making my schedule because I have a bunch of gigs coming up. Okay. Exactly, Janet. Okay, this is what's happening. This is Booby, like real tough and scared out of her mind. Barry, I'm a comedian by trade, but I have this morning show that I do, and I'm usually here every day. You do comedy? I do. I am a comedian. He said, "Aw." Kind of funny. I hope it would be. It's been 23 years. Let me check that out. Stay right here. Oh, I'm gonna make sure we got the door open. All right. The door was stuck before, so. I'm funny looking, but I don't know that that counts. I mean, for some people, it counts. So, no worries. Anyway, let's hear a joke. Sorry, you gotta pay for that, Pat. Stick around, you'll hear one for free, but girl, I'm not at work. I mean, I am. Anyway, so I got a bunch of gigs coming up. Being community isn't an easy gig. Wishing you peace, love, and happiness. Thank you so much. Yeah. Now, what do you want to say? Yep. I'll be at Braddock's Tavern on Thursday. Gonna be a busy day. All right. Anyway, have you ever bombed? Yes, of course. All right, let me put it this way. If you ever meet a comedian and they said they've never bombed, they're not a good comedian. Because the only way to become a good comedian is to bomb like crazy until you figure out what's funny. And then you get better. What are these dum-dums? Let's get married, I'll give you kids, I'm 20. What about that makes men think that that's alluring? The dog's name, Husky Master. This is Lulu. I'm gonna gather you have a husky and you are a dog lover. This is Lulu. She's a boxer, obviously. And she is the best. She was a foster that we got during the pandemic. And she, Madeline, I'll try to talk louder. She's got my 6 all the time. No one's getting near me unless you come through Lulu. And she was found in the woods somewhere. She has a tattoo in her ear. So when they found her, they were able to trace her back via the tattoo to her owner. They contacted him and said, "Hey, we found your dog." And he goes, "Yeah, I don't want her. She's incontinent. She pees all over the place, and she always taken off." So they think that he dumped her in the woods and left her there. So when I got her during the pandemic, we were fostering. She was emaciated. You could see every bone in her body. And the guy that was in charge of the fosters was like, feed her twice a day. I fed her 4 times a day until she was a big fatty, and she was incontinent, and we had to get her on all kind of meds. And then there, once you foster a dog, they can't really adopt them out until the dogs are healthy. And so by the time she was healthy and she wasn't peeing all over the place, and she wasn't taken off anymore, she was very feral. She's like, why are you telling people my business? We had to chase her all over God's green earth because she kept taking off. She didn't know where she belonged, so she just kept running out the front door. And the kids and I would chase her all over town. And so by the time she calmed down and everything, it was about a month had gone by. And by that point, we were like, well, she's our dog now. She's not going anywhere. And this is her. And she the best. But she don't like other dogs. She don't like it. She likes our other boxer. This is Ruby. 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 What? Because she's afraid of everything. Yeah. She was 2 when I got her in 2020, so she's 6. I know, Janice, that's why I can't foster dogs anymore. I just adopted a cane corso named Ruby. It's so funny. Is it my Spologies? It's a funny name. My boyfriend loves king corsos and had one. So, but those dogs are so big. Yeah. But I hear that they're lovely. I know, Chief Mike. She's a sweetheart, and she loves the men. So anytime that I have construction going on or service guys at the house, I think she's going to protect me, but I think she's just trying to find someone to love her. But she's definitely, I don't know if I told you this story, but so I was having work done around the house, and so there were, service guys in and out of the house all the time. Very nice. And there was one guy working outside, and she didn't see him all the time. I knew he was working outside, like on the stucco. But I guess she didn't see him the whole time. But he was out there the whole day. And so I took her outside on a leash, and I was letting her go to the bathroom. Well, he came around the corner, and it was like a rainy day like today, like rain and just yucky. And yucky is a perfect term. And he had a hoodie on, and he came around the corner, and he kind of startled me because I didn't see him. This is Lulu. But he came around the corner and startled me. And when I turned around, I must have like made a sound, and I was like, oh, there's something. And that is all she needed to hear. And she turned around and lunged at this man. He jumped back. I grab her. And she was not going to stop. And so he immediately ripped off his hoodie, and he was like, no, I'm fine. And I was like, he's fine. But it was amazing, like how much, as long as I'm comfortable and I'm fine, but the minute that I made any sound or motion that like, I did not see this person, and this is it. You don't want to be around. So, they're both about 6 years old. They were both 2 when I got them, and it was during the pandemic. So, so anyway, she was a sweetheart. Our dog was freaking out with guys wearing hoodies too. We think he must have been abused by a man in a hoodie. I don't know what it is about hoodies and dogs. My ex's dog was like that. Kids and women could approach while I was walking him, but he'll bark at all the men. They know. You remind me of Marissa Tomei. Yeah, I get that a lot. Tea would be good. Chai tea with coconut. You can just do regular chai tea. I've just been doing it, right? It's 4. They'll do just say chai tea with
So you
sugar.
ready to go for the next one?
And if you had a potato egg bite, I mean,
So,
that will get you some points.
so
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. A rescue hates men. There's a couple on here that I could agree with. Mm-hmm. Girl, the potato egg bites at Starbucks are fantastic. Mm-hmm. Hello, Missy Hall. Mm-hmm. I'd be intimidated by a comedian. Barry, you probably should be. I will say that. I don't know. I think in real life, I think I'm nice, right? Okay, listen to me. Somebody seems to have a lot of gas this morning. Look at her acting like that happened. Somebody, maybe. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You look like Tulsi Gabbard, do you think? I don't know. Yeah. Do you think some people care about the new rules? Mm-hmm. Lulu. Mm-hmm. That's private. That's private. Mm-hmm. Good morning from Northern Ontario, Canada. Hi, Joni. We have a lot of Canadians here. You are very welcome. Mm-hmm. Cheryl, you heard it. My fresh air live I'm just dumb. I feel like a dumb. Anyway, how you feeling today, Miss? Missy and I were working yesterday and could not stop laughing. Is there a fan in the background? No, let me tell you. I don't have a charger here, so I keep forgetting to charge my phone until we get to here. So if I unplug it, it's better. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I have 2 of these. There's the other one. This is where we sit all day. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I keep looking up things to talk about, but I'm gonna be honest, most of the stuff in the news is not that fun. Not that fun. Mm-hmm. My dog used to get mad if I passed gas. He would stop and give me a mean look and walk away. I know, Shakendra. I know. Boxers are great. I think that I'm officially have turned the corner. Like, is there like a certain breed of dog? Do you allow dogs in your rental? Yes, Madeline. And thanks, Randy. I'm right next to my boxer. Love her to death. Boxers have the best faces. Like, if you're the kind of person that could just like read a face, a dog face, like the expression in their face. I know it doesn't look like she has a lot of expression, but her face specifically is hilarious because this is, just so you know, this is Lulu happy and sad. Same face. And depending on what's happening, it's hilarious. Yeah. That they had to land in Norfolk for 7. Yeah, there's been some crazy stuff in the news. Mm-hmm. And she's perfectly happy if I leave my hand here and she can just put her head there and then rest it. She's not holding her head up any longer. She's like, why would I? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chief Mike, your time here is limited. Nobody's paying any attention to you. And yeah, see? You did that to yourself. Let me just put it this way. The next thing that happens is that Andrew's gonna come to your house and punch you in the face. Like, that's what happens here. You've been escalated. We're a lovely group, and you can hang out, but not if you're gonna act like. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants that, Mike. I see why you're on the internet a lot. Anyway, and not in a good way. Yeah. Yeah. That's a boxer, not a bulldog. Yeah, that's what I said. I said boxer, right? So everybody's talking about Taylor Swift was on a podcast, on her boyfriend's podcast. She went on the podcast, co-hosted by Travis, her boyfriend, to announce her newest album, The Life of a Showgirl. Talked about getting her recordings back. Four takeaways. The Life of a Showgirl will include upbeat anthems. Behind the scenes on the Eras Tour is the new album's theme. 21-month tour. Quiff said she had cried after learning she could buy her masters back. Well, that's good. She deserves it. They're kind of an adorable couple. I don't really hear like a lot of drama. You know, I mean, people talk about them, but the two of them, I think, are just so practiced in where they are. And she grew up in this, and yeah, just seems like a very, surprisingly even and lovely person, right? Considering the amount of, scrutiny she has been under. And the Kelsey family just seems so lovely. The two boys and their mom and dad. I mean, I feel like everybody's cheering for them. I don't know why some people have so much to say about her. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, random. Okay. Yeah, I'm not a Swiftie, but she seems. Yeah, I mean, I know like some of her songs, but I wouldn't consider myself a Swiftie. But I can respect how she does business. I can respect how she treats people. It seems to be, yeah. I know, Celine, it was so funny. I know, Brenda said the Eras tour was so fantastic. I heard it was, but I also heard it was just so expensive. But I love that eventually she had put it. Hi, Adi became a member. Thanks, Adi. That I love that they made it into like a movie so that people could go. And so one of her concerts, and she was a little weird, said Maria. Okay. So I think we're all a little weird. So that seems fine to me. So that the fact that they met in their 30s, yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. What I missed, Taylor Swift did a podcast, which I guess was kind of a big deal because it's not really her thing. I think in general, she stays pretty quiet. Did you guys hear this? It says Mario Paglino and Gianni Grossi, 54, died. They were designers made Barbies into art. They transformed dolls into one-of-a-kind pieces that sold for thousands of dollars. So they didn't create Barbie, but they would put like these magnificent dresses on them. But they died in a car accident together in Italy. It's kind of crazy. So, okay. I do have something to admit. and I don't know if everyone's ready. I won't, Katie, trust me. It's only you and my mom. I might have started watching Hunting Wives, and I might have now been obsessively watching it. I didn't want to be this girl, but she is me and I am her. And trash? Yes. Trash. Pure trash. And I can't stop. No, it's not like that, Kendra. Trash. Kim, make sure you're alone, that you've gone to church, okay? That you're clear where you are in your sexuality. I'm just saying. So many turns. I'm just saying. I don't even know what episode I'm on. Church ain't even helping with that show. Way too girly for me in here. Listen, that's what you got. I was going to stop watching. Then I realized I have nothing else I feel like watching, so I'm going back in. I jumped over to make sure he was asleep. I had no idea what it was about. Oh, Tiffany Hall. Did I watch Leanne first? Or do I watch Leanne first or Hunting Wives? No, you have to watch Leanne first. This is a no-brainer. Because after you watch Hunting Wives, what are you going to go back to? What are you going to watch Raymond? Everybody loves Raymond? No. Do you watch what Jay said? No. Here's the thing. I only really watch television when I'm getting ready in the morning. That's it. It's the only time I get to sit down and watch TV while I diffuse my hair and I watch it with subtitles. I can't even really hear it all the time. But in between, when my hair's not drying and I'm putting my makeup on, I listen to everything real loud. So Jason will be like in the shower or getting out of the shower, but it's like right next to where I'm sitting, so he can hear, and it's up so loud because I have my hair dryer on. Real loud. Now, if you're picking up what I'm saying about this show, it's probably not a show you want to watch real loud. Yeah, Leanne made me wholesome again after watching Hunting Wives. Yeah, depending on if you want to, how you want to live the next few weeks until some more episodes come out. So I'm just saying. I'm watching the show. And normally he doesn't say anything about the shows I watch. Normally he'll say like, why are you watching this? This is trashy. That's what because every show I watch is trashy. And then this show comes on and he was like, what are you watching? I was like, nothing. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about what I'm watching. Yeah. And then he comes over. He's like, what is the show called? I said, it's just a good Southern show. Mostly about making cake. Bible study. ASA's on it. So. It was funny. No, mind your business. So I think I'm on episode 4. I still don't really know what's happening. I don't understand the plot. Is there a plot? Would you watch it with your mama? No. But I'll tell you that when Orange is the New Black came out, it's on Netflix, Robin. When Orange is the New Black came out, I was in the middle of moving and living with my mom. Everybody was talking about Orange is the New Black. So I go to my mom and I said, hey, do you have Netflix? Yeah, I got the Netflix. I said, all right, well, everybody's talking about this new show called Orange is the New Black. I want to watch it. She's like, okay. So I send the kids outside. I knew that much. I said, go play outside, Mom. I'm going to watch the show. Because she lives in a little rancher. So, Brenda. So I kick the kids out. I put Orange is the New Black on. And I start watching. Well, I know that this is going to take a turn. Well, all of a sudden, it's like 5 minutes into the episode. Here comes Diana with a hot tea and honey. She sits down. She goes, all right, here we go. I go, what are you doing? She goes, I'm going to watch the show. You said it was a good show. I said, I'm not watching it with you. And she goes, this is my house. This is my Netflix. You said this was going to be a good show. I said, you don't watch it with your mom. She goes, well, it's my house. So then I watch Orange is the New Black with my mom. And every time something spicy came on, here's Diane. She goes, oh, did you see that? That was dirty. That's dirty. She just kept saying, well, that's real dirty. You see that part? That was dirty. And I was like, please stop saying it's dirty. That's what she did the entire time. And then I left and I still had more episodes. And then at one point, she watched the whole rest of the episode when I wasn't there. Thank you, baby. So it was very funny. There's no watching. Lorene knows they live in the same house. Ranchers. You can't do nothing alone in a rancher. What show are we all watching? Ricardo, love that dog. I've adopted a new lady boxer mix with Burbo. I don't even know what word that is. Very protective. Oh, she's protective. Unless there's a coffee or tea or an egg bite involved. And then she doesn't care, Ricardo, what's happening. She's like, you should probably give me some of that. So I'm going to love it. Okay. Andrea. Listen. Yeah. Oh, gosh. That's funny. I'm trying to figure out when I can watch Hunting Wives, but with 4 kids, 12 and under, it's pretty much impossible. Carly, you gotta get up at 3 a.m. Binge the series. I can't read that fast. I'm missing all the trolls. Listen, Andrea is no joke. Angie is not playing. And Andrea's coming down hard on it. She's like, and I did not even mean it that way. She's not having it. It's better. Oh, I haven't seen. Oh, she's doing it by herself. Andrew said hi, Jason. He said hey. They're gonna get carpal tunnel. What? What? Who are you? Oh, Ollie's here. Yeah. She said, I'm here too, but Andrea's a beast. Anybody in blue is a moderator, so they're taking care of it. Can we talk about how Starbucks now forces employees to write things on cups? Every time I see it, it makes me crazy. Oh, don't touch this. Forces them like that? I didn't hear this. Why would they do that? Forces them.
Nothing on my cup.
Nothing on yours?
I didn't even get a smiley face.
Melanie, is that a thing? I know. For every one I get, she gets 1 million. Yeah, what are they writing? Are they just happy faces? Does anybody wonder? Because I started noticing this at Chick-fil-A because I have a problem with their fries. Is at Chick-fil-A, because there's two lines and then they merge, they apparently have to write a description of the car or you, because what by the time you get up there, they'll either say like, sometimes they'll say your name, Dena, but other times they'll be like, no, green, Ford or something. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? No. Madeline, this is potato and chives or something. I don't know if anybody else noticed. My favorite Chick-fil-A drive-thru and two completely separate lines and windows. Two windows? If I order, my app asks my name and vehicle and color. Huh. This is Ruby. And the beast back there is Lulu. Look at her. Look, she's dreaming of a life in California somewhere. She just, look at her. I know, she's like, I didn't know you was serving stuff. Gray shirt. It does? Right? Alejandra said, double tap the screen, people. My daughter worked there when she was 14. She said it had to do with them helping them move more quickly through the line. They always put my name as Linda, and then I look confused and I say Brenda. Does your Chick-fil-A always have workers standing outside to take the orders? Yeah. Very rarely do you ever talk to... I was the girl with the loud blue Mustang. Really? They wrote that? Trey says she's dreaming of another life with a different family. I just say Q. Order an app. I have enough rewards to eat for the rest of the year. We don't have Whataburger here. I know that apparently it's a popular place, but we don't have it in Jersey. If you're not besties with somebody who's a Chick-fil-A, you're doing it wrong. I'm not. I should have a bestie. There was one day that I'm pretty sure that I've gone every day for lunch. And I don't know the kid's name, but I was like, oh, you working today? He's like, how you doing today? And I was like, I think I have to come here less. In California last week, I was Lauren with the tan tank top and purple table tent. We were dining outside. Oh, they're getting real specific. I always use my daughter's name. Nobody can say mine. The manager at the bagel store thinks my name is Cabby. I keep telling my kids that one of them needs to go work at the Chick-fil-A. Remember, Dean worked at a Chick-fil-A like for 2 seconds right before the pandemic. I know, Runner 21. They're both sly. You look like you used to be attractive. You know what? That is fair. Levi, I think she just blocked you for it, but I think that's a fair assessment. I'm not even mad. Let me ask everybody. Because I think that that's a funny thing. Because there were times, not so much, and there were times that I was like, yeah, no, those were good years. If I had to ask you, what were your best years, and would you go back? What were your best looking years? Like, did you peak in high school? Did you peak like in your early 20s? Are you peaking now?
Like you in your early 50s?
Well, I think my mom looks better now than she ever has in her whole life. I mean, I don't, there's not as many pictures of my mom at this age. Um, yeah, in my early 20s, in my 30s, in my 20s. I think I was 5. Late 20s when I was ballroom dancing. Chocolate Lab Lover says now it's 62. I think it's really funny. I think, you just don't, I have said, and I know this is wrong, but I can't say that guys wouldn't think it too. Lulu's totally snoring. But do you kind of wish that, like, when you were younger, there's just some way, like, I know we're working on blah, blah, AI, blah, 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 save things, cure for cancer, yeah, yeah, yeah. But if we could make a thing where, like, at the age of, like, 24, if you met a guy, he did, Angela, at the age of 25, you could, like, there would be an app that you could scan somebody and be like, what will this person look like at 55? If you could scan them, right? And then a picture would come up and you'd be like, no, I'm good. Yeah, I'm not in it for the long haul. You know what I'm saying? So shallow. So shallow. I do feel like you do get to more than one peak in life. I think you do. They don't have that, Melanie. There was an app. You're lying. You're lying. So many ex-boyfriends look like crap, said Italian Queen. Melanie, that can't be an app. That's so wrong. I would scan everybody. I think I'm about to peak again. Saying you said, everybody get ready. After first divorce, said Franny, there was a peak. Or at least a Facebook game 5 years ago. There is an app. Really, Anthony? Imagine it said deceased. You're like, ooh, that was a lot of information. That's funny, right? Like, I don't know. Listen, because you ever, like, go to your high school reunion and, like, you see people and you're like, who that? And they're like, hey, da, da, and you're like, oh. I think for men it's harder. I think the loss of hair is a lot. I peaked in college, but I was also really hungry. I'm happier, squishy. Maybe not healthier, but I'm happier. The next time I peak is when I get my heavenly body. I've never been to a reunion. I haven't been to a reunion in a long time. I feel like I did a wrong left turn when I was 16 and started on this journey. I should have focused on me, not others. Changed the trajectory of my life, said Curly Top. Interesting. I went to my reunion. Everyone asked why I wasn't dead. My apologies. What were you, like a wild child in high school? That's really crazy. Yeah. She said, Curly Top, I'm with you. Yeah. There is one guy that I knew in high school that I ran into, and I couldn't hug him enough because he was a guy that was like, clearly an alcoholic, but at like 16, bad, and not a great, like, growing up life. And all of us would say, like, I don't think he's not gonna make it. And so to, like, have run into him at, like, one of the high school football games, and I saw him and I just couldn't stop hugging. I was like touching, I was like, oh my God, like, I don't know. I was just like, I just never thought I would see him as, like, an adult man. Like it was bad, you know? Thanks, Kenny. I'm trying to get used to my hair. It's doing what it wants. It's being who it wants to be. hmm I have my 50th college reunion coming up. Oh my gosh. So, my reunions are full of old people. Did you try and help him in high school? Yeah, Peter, all of us did. He was part of our youth group. There was a bunch of us, and we were a nice group of kids. And everybody liked to have a good time and go to parties and all that. Um, but even, you know how, like, even when you are maybe drinking underage and you're partying, and even as a group, all of you are like, I mean, this is like a little wrong, but like that's very wrong. You know what I mean? Like even then we were like, there's something different about what's going on over here. Yeah. And we all did. And yeah, it wasn't good. Um so my high school closed, so the reunions are harder to plan now. What? When I went to my reunion, everyone was so much older than me. Jim, I want to know, like, where did you go to high school? Was it in the South? Does that explain the cowboy hat? And when did the cowboy hat kick in? Because you live in Pennsylvania, and there's not a lot of cowboys in Pennsylvania. So I want to know, like, did you migrate there from somewhere else? And was that cowboy country, or you became a cowboy? Because it fits you. It looks like you've always been like that. Cowboyish. hmm My 50th was quiet. Everyone was so old. I didn't understand. hmm It is funny. And I was so quiet. I don't think that people knew I went to high school with them. hmm It's a gut feeling when everyone in your reunion looks older than you. I have my 40th reunion this year. Not sure if I want to go. Go, Susan. Have a good time. Meet people. I just assumed Jim was born with a cowboy hat. He has lived in Bethlehem his entire life. Cowboy is a past life. Oh, I lived in the Old West in a previous life. So when is the first time you put a cowboy hat on your head? Like how old were you then? Was it like your 30s? You just felt it. Like a lot of people, like we've done a couple trips and we've done some trips to like southern places or states that, you know, feel cowboyish. And everybody wears cowgirl or boy boots. And everybody's like, where's your boots? I'm like, I don't think I did that in a past life. I don't know. Does everybody know their past life? Like, I was a warrior. I was a fighter. I just feel it. I feel it. Thanks, cheese. What I missed. We're talking about past lives. We're talking about when were you the most gorgeous? Real hard hitting stuff. hmm I was a dandelion on a putting green. Hmm. They don't have reunions for GEDs. Listen, that means you can make up your own. I think I was an explorer in a past life. What was you fighting for? Freedom. Love. Mm-hmm. I'm the most gorgeous right now. Good for you. The way that I react without air conditioning, it's safe to say I was not a pioneer woman. I was unpopular in high school. Still, I went to all the reunions. People did know me. You have to go. Some people aren't lucky to get the chance. Celebrate your life. He bought his first cowboy hat in his early 20s. Interesting. hmm I'm hoping to be my most beautiful in my next life. How often do you dye your hair? Never. This is what I actually look like. It's taken a long time to me be okay with it, but I'm okay with it. The fine arts school I went to for middle school has been torn down. What's going on with all these schools? Um, I'm in the South, but always lived in the city, so no, but my dad was in the country and very country. Um, you are pretty but a little loony. I'll take it. That is not that inaccurate. Hmm. Stop. Stop. I turned 30 in September. I'm scared but also excited. I feel confident myself now, just now at the end of my 29th year, and praying that it only gets better in my 30s. It does, Alexis. Listen, you're like, 30s is like a baby. It's just starting. It's going to start getting good now. You know, you went through college, you did a ba ba ba, you did the uncertainty of your 20s. I don't know who I want to be, and ba 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 ba. And do I have health insurance? How am I going to provide for? You did all that. Alexis, girl, you in your 30s, you're working towards your pension, you got a job. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. I know, Anne Marie, I love it. Yeah. Had my hat since my early 20s, but didn't really own the look until my 50s. Okay. I wasn't popular by high school standards, but I knew everyone. I think they are still happy to see me around town. You know what's so funny? And you tell me if you think differently. I don't think I've ever met anybody who has owned being the popular girl at school. Like, even when you talk to people who you know were, like, I know I wasn't. I was in a band, I played the glockenspiel and classical piano. I don't think I even need to explain myself more. But then you'll meet people. I was a cheerleader. I was the I was the homecoming queen. I was on the student government. And you're like, so you're popular? No. I'm like, I don't think you understand what popular means. Like, no, not really. I'm like, did you have a boyfriend? Well, I had like 6 of them, but like, okay, you were popular. You know, like, why? Why is it some people they don't want to own it? I was a weirdo in high school. I read a lot, still do. People still remember me. Guess I made more of an impression than I realized. Interesting. I think we all do. Yeah. Even though I didn't appreciate it back then, I now see that my mid 20s and my 30s were my better years. Hmm. Yeah. I was a detective in my past lives. Hmm. Interesting. 33 now. 30s has not been any better than my 20s. They were brutal, brutal. And mental health problems, girl. Well, those don't leave. The best thing you can do is move towards them. Learn how to learn your brain. Because that brain's not going to change. So you got to change the way you deal with it. You got to do the therapy. You got to do the medicine. You got to talk about it. So all that. The earlier you learn your brain, the better. But it's going to be better every day. Listen, I'm still learning my brain. I told you I've been miserable. I've been a miserable person for 3 weeks. And I actually think it's because I was late on my pellets and I actually started to slip back into menopause. I was just like, this is horrible. And I cried and then I yelled and then I cried and then I cried again and then I yelled about how much crying I was doing. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what you have to do. I'm turning 50 next year and planning a cruise for my friends. That's what you have to do. I think 50s has been the most comfortable I've ever been. I love me now. I don't rip myself apart. I just accept myself. Perfect. You don't look like 30. Well, good, Edward, because I'm 52. And that would be odd. I'd be like that movie where you age backwards. And I don't think it ends well. Sorry, that's going to mess us up. I was quiet. I was told nobody knew me to vote most shy. I worked in the office. Believe me, they knew me. Um, that was good with that. Yeah. I thought just all my friends were popular, but I wasn't. Poor self esteem. Yep, a lot of new words. Found out the people that were mean were jealous that I acted how I wanted and I didn't care. Yeah, people are weird when you just are okay with yourself. I was not popular, but I knew who everyone was. Doesn't mean they knew who I was. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Judith, I think we're all trying to figure it out, but all of our all of our admins are staying on it. Yeah. Um, and I think it's me. Mm-hmm. I was best friends with a very popular girl. We didn't run in the same crowd, but we have remained friends for 58 years now. Wow. I'm 47 now and worried about hitting 50. Girl, that's the best. I mean, mine was horrible, but I was also getting divorced and all the kids were empty nesting and then my dad died. There was a lot of things that happened. I didn't want to drag out all of the torture of my 50s. I wanted to do it all at the same time. And then I'm going to write a book about it. Don't say anything. Don't say a word, Kendra. Mm-hmm. I was 2 weeks late this time. Boy, do I feel it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was not shy in high school and everyone knew me. Went to the reunion, was so introverted. I was so overwhelmed. I get that, Margaret. I think, does everybody, like as soon as I walk into a room where there's a lot of people and I don't know anybody, I just shut down and then I go, this was probably the wrong reaction to a room full of people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. She speaks Duolingo Spanish. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was very shy all through high school, so I went to high school where no one would know me. Brenda, I bet that they would know. Like everybody's saying, like, I don't, I think that even then when we're quiet, the small group of people that you know, they remember. Yeah. Kelly, thanks for being here. Yeah, we should go. This phone's going to shut off. All right. Well, listen, everybody. Today was an interesting day. Many thanks to Alejandra and Andrea for being here. And Sue is here now. ASA, there it is. Yeah, Troll City. So we're learning. We're learning still. We're doing our best to make this transition. But thanks for being here as always. And today is Thursday, and I fixed the date from yesterday as well. So, we'll figure things out. I didn't have my first friend until I was 15. I'd like to get into that tomorrow, Brenda. I'm a talkative introvert. I talk to a lot of people, but I need downtime to recharge. I get that. All right. Yes. Good job to the ASA team. Ladies are doing a good job. All right, everybody. Well, like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrea say, I don't even know. There's so many things that happened. I'm a functioning introvert. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they were busy today. And congratulations to all of the to moderators. That what they said today. This is a tough job. So kudos to them for being here. So that's it, everybody. Have a great day and a blessed day. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow, which I believe is Friday. It's very exciting. All right. Thanks for watching.